Since the outbreak of the war on Gaza, several protests supporting Palestinians have been held in the South African cities of Johannesburg and Cape Town, where the grandson of anti-apartheid icon and former President Nelson Mandela voiced his support.
Palestinians are counting on each and every one of us to stand and be counted like they stood side by side with us.
The governing African National Congress, credited with liberating South Africa from an apartheid regime, has for decades supported a two-state solution and a free Palestine. The Palestine Liberation Organization supported the ANC during its years in exile and Mandela's time in prison. While the government here has expressed regret at the loss of both Palestinian and Israeli lives, the country's history of apartheid continues to guide the ANC's policies.
We've called on the international community, the United Nations, and all other concerned international bodies to make sure that peace is installed in Palestine and that the Israeli government is directed at withdrawing this command of getting people out of the northern part of Gaza, because it is in the end going to amount to almost genocide.
Ramaphosa has called for a peaceful resolution.
In 2017, South Africa downgraded its ties with Israel in response to what it described as human rights abuses against Palestinians. The Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Ahli, says Israel is illegally occupying Palestinian land. She recently spoke to Hamas leaders and offered humanitarian aid.
But the South African government's stance has been criticized by some pro-Israeli lobby groups, which have reacted with anger.
After the massacre of Hamas on the innocent lives of Israelis in Israel, we've been exceptionally disappointed with the government. They, first of all, they only condemned Israel originally, then they only sent condolences, and then eventually they have condemned Hamas. But I think for us, it's been incredibly concerning that our Minister of Durka, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Naledi Pandor, had a call with Hamas.
Meanwhile, anger and criticism against the Israeli government is growing, with several civil society organizations garnering support for a global anti-apartheid movement. Fahmida, Al Jazeera, Johannesburg.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.